Good afternoon, friends, followers, and channel members. Welcome to our Friday afternoon stream. It's becoming a little bit of a habit, this, isn't it? But what better way to end a week than a nice long stream? And we're off to Greece, where I'm hopeful the weather won't be quite as bad as it is here in Basel. Kudos today to the guy who came up with the call sign for this flight, Top Swiss 69 Quebec Foxtrot. What an absolute mouthful. I've just realised that's not even shown on the overhead banner at the top, so let me just go ahead and pop that in. So where are we? Lima Fox Sierra Bravo, and we're off to Lima Golf Tango Sierra. Yeah, where are we off to? We're off to Thessaloniki. I can't even pronounce that. So our call sign today is Easyjet Switzerland, or Top Swiss 69 Quebec Foxtrot. I swear the guys do it on purpose. Oh, right. Operational flight plan is pinned in the chat to those of you who are watching on YouTube, and of course welcome to our Twitch viewers as well. We're also on Twitch as per usual. Right, what horrible weather. I don't think we've got any ATC. I think it's just you and I. Now, little disclaimer before we start today's flight. Finally, after sort of weeks of them been sat there collecting dust, which is absolute sacrilege, I finally got the Thrustmaster TPR pedals all set up and hopefully working. So I will be using those on this flight. So coming into land and the roll on the takeoff, that could be very interesting, couldn't it? So don't expect absolute perfect things until we get used to these. So yeah, really neat, and a big thanks to Thrustmaster for providing these for all our future flights. Lots more. We can do much more with these now. Things like engine out, video procedures, and stuff like that. And of course, all of those crosswind landings will become a little bit better as well. Cargo Rail the Gamer on Twitch. Good afternoon to you. And welcome everyone who's in YouTube. Razor, Christian, Klaus, Ferris, Barry, Dan, JR, Captain HMW, John Sleeper McBall as well. Klaus, hello from Copenhagen. Oh, Klaus, sorry. McBall, this is the first time you've been able to join a live stream in a while. Well, it's a long one. We try and do a nice long one to entertain you on a Friday afternoon and lead us into the weekend. So hopefully that's what we're going to get from this flight today. Who knows? We might get some ATC on the way as well. Carl, hello to you as well. Right, let's get on board and start setting up. I think we're going to be late because setting up the pedals took me a tad longer than I expected just to get everything sorted. So let's just have a quick look at how we're doing. Yeah, 90 minutes, so we are indeed going to be late. Let me just go ahead. Aircraft's in its turnaround state as per usual. Let's go. Oh, the APU is already up and running. Oh, well, that's a bit of a time saver. Should we start getting things loaded up then? Let's just get the packs on. To be honest, I'm not even sure what we're loading just yet. Oh god, look at that weather. Right, so this is where we are right now. So winds 250 at 10. That's going to be fun. Use those rudder pedals during the takeoff roll. Hopefully we can keep it nice and straight on the center line. Light rain, got a few clouds, 2,100 broken, 7,600 overcast, 8,800 with downwind, QNH 17 degrees, QNH is 1016. Okay, well, that's the weather report. So we're going to be departing runway 15. Let's have a look at the operational flight plan. See what we've got. And let's just import that, please. MP, no, this is not EasyJet virtual. We're not part of a virtual airline. Right, here we go. Operational flight plans. So we've got 13.5 tons. Alternate is Athens. Cost index 8, 5370. Tailwind pushing us all the way down there. Excellent flight time 148. Plug fuel is 7.7, just over. We've got the Alps obviously between us. A little bit more to take into consideration. Pretty much straight after takeoff. And that'll be the case for the first half an hour or so of the flight, a little bit longer. What we've got weather-wise at our destination: clouds 2,600 and visibility 6 kilometers. Okay, let's have a look at the actual forecast. So this is what we've got at our destination at the moment. Oh, so it's drizzly. Oh, the weather's just absolutely rubbish from for departure to. We might have some nice weather in the cruise. It'll be dark as well when we get there, I would imagine. So probability of rain as we're coming in, scattered 800 feet. So we'll keep an eye on the weather as we're going down. Athens looks a little bit better, although not much. So I've never flown to this airport before as well, so this is brand new as well on the stream. Never done this on the channel yet in the entire 2 years we've been here, so that's going to be fun for us. So there's our flight route. What weather have we got? We've got icing as we climb out. Alright, so we'll have anti-ice on for the departure, and a little bit of turbulence as well as we're over Croatia, etc. And then as we're coming in, more a little bit of turbulence and more anti-ice. Right, okay, so extra fuel going to be thrown on for those reasons. But yeah, nice. Looking forward to this one. Not quite as straightforward as some. Telescopic mobile crane. Yeah, cranes. Following standards for departures are suspended. That's fine. We're not using those. Approach procedures. ILS downgraded to. Okay, that's not going to. ILS approaches Cat 2 and 3 not available. Okay. Well, visibility here wasn't that bad, so it's not enough to mean we wouldn't be able to get back in if we were unable to continue on to our destination for whatever other reason. Right, what fuel should we take? Okay, with all the extra weather and stuff like that, let's be bold. What's our underload? 3.5 ton. Okay, well let's take 8.5. We'll take 8.5 tons. We've got lots of weather en route, and anti-ice is going to be on, etc. That gives us about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, okay, so got that extra fuel on that. Let's go to the ground page and then we'll start boarding. Let's go ahead and get GSX doing its thing as well.
Boarding requested.
Cabin crew refueling is underway and the bags start to get loaded, so let's open the doors and allow our passengers on board. Thank you. No problem.
Right, let's get that all sorted. I'm just going to go fast time for the loading of the aircraft, so that'll be alright. So, boarding's underway. We've got refueling underway as well. Let's start setting the box up and things. Let's go ahead and pop this on. AOC, flight in it. And should have about 1 hour.
Pilot's boarding starting.
What did I say? 1 hour what? 1 hour 48. There we go. Right, check the data page. IRS, 3 now greens. That's fine. Aircraft status. Right engines. Right arc cycle. Right init. And init request. Honestly, this I cannot understand how people come up with flight numbers like this. So top Swiss 69 Quebec Fox. There we go. Cost index of 8 and ground temperature 17. I'll just clear the scratch pad out.
Crew
17.
boarding starting.
And what have we got for the Tropo? Today's 41,000. Oh yes, a little bit different, so we'll update that. 41,639. Go ahead and grab the wins. Just find my chart page for the parking stand coordinates. So today we're parked stand 17. So we'll go ahead and check those in a minute. 47.35 9. 47.35 9. 7.31.7 east. That's fine as well. Right, happy with that. Cruise flight level today is flight level 370. It's going to be minus 56. Got the data uplinked. Right, flight plan, departing runway 15. I'm just going to race through the setup, guys, and then...
Your crew has
not
boarded.
race through it, but...
Passengers boarding
For
started.
those of you familiar with the channel will know that I don't pay too much attention to the chat, just whilst we're getting things set up, because we've got a nice long flight today, so plenty of time to chat. But welcome on board, everyone that's coming on. Dan, you'd like some Guinness on the menu at some point. I will see if I can add it for you. We might even be able to add it mid-flight. What do you reckon? We've got plenty of time to do stuff like that. Auburn 7 Yankee is our departure today. There it is. Get that inserted. And that's fine. No discontinuities. Right, and then the arrival. Now, funnily enough, this is great. So, in the last sort of hour or so, wind is just very light and variable at the moment at our arrival airport. So in the last hour, aircraft have been departing and arriving on every single runway going. So I think the wind is forecast when I was checking to become something like 0809. So I'm going for runway 10 Zulu for our arrival today. ILS 10 Zulu. And Peter, welcome on board, Peter. You're not working today, Peter. Thank you so much for your kind donation so early on in the stream, saying it's getting hard to find something to say by now. We already know, Pete. We already know. Let's get that inserted. What star are we using today for the arrival? The Alico 1 Delta. This one here. And then that will come in via Benfi. Operational flight plan 807 miles, 808 miles, like it. Okay, flight plan, let's check the departure. Just pop the strings on there while I'm here. And there we go, straight over the Alps. Ah, lovely. Great arrival, great flight. Let's set that back up. Get onto the RadNav page. Let's bring the charts up. See what we need to look at. If we need to look at anything. Where have you gone? Right, Bravo Lima Mike. I think that might actually be about it for this. So Bravo Lima Mike. Pop that in. Hot coder. Turn those on. And onto our init B. Have we got our load sheet just yet? Yes. Right, so 0 fuel it's 57.6. Fuel weight CFG 30.5. I've just gone really hungry. I'm going to have to get a snack during this flight, I think. Alternate Athens fuel, call that 1.9. Let's call that 2 tons. And fuel planning. So we're taking 8.5 tons. .3. That's fine. There we go. And a takeoff weight of 65.9. CFG 28.5. Lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and accept that, and we shall do the performance for takeoff. So, runway 15, it is most certainly not dry. Config 1, no, anti-ice will be on for this. Get on the tower and cumulus, we've got all clouds as well, very low cloud. Packs off, of course. Takeoff weight will be, in fact, what's the temperature? 17 degrees. No, we don't need that. We'll have to turn it off during the climb, but we won't need it for the takeoff roll. Takeoff weight is 65.9. That CFG is what? 28.5. Hey, Digital, how you doing, mate? Happy Friday. Grab the live weather. Any intersection departures for us? Let's have a quick look. I think there is here, isn't there? Yeah, hotel or golf, to be honest. What options have we got available? Hotel it is. Ah, there we go. 135. 146, 148. Transition altitude here is 7,000 feet. Right, sim smart thrust reduction acceleration 1864, 1864, 1864, engine out, 1864, that's fine. Right, let's have a look at the engine out procedure. Non-standard, yeah, because we're flying straight towards the Alps. We don't want to carry on straight out, do we? So at 7 miles, probably might right turn to Arctic and enter the hold. Okay, so let's pop that into our secondary flight plan then. Copy the active. So 7 miles probably in the Mike. Bravo. Lima. Mike flying the track 152. 7 miles. And then from there it's a right turn to Arctic. Arctic is to the west of the airfield, so that will absolutely be a right-hand turn. The hold inbound track is 092 and the hold is right turns. At which point then we'll be coming back here. And the arrival will be ILS 15 Zulu. No start. Try Arctic. Check what that looks like. Yeah, so there we go. Just zoom in a little bit so we can see that. Place bearing distance 1, there we are. So right hand turn. Fact. So just make that an overfly point. Just force that a little bit. There we go. That's better. So straight out and then right hand turn. Arctic and back in. Okay. Secondary flight plan is all done. How are we doing with the boarding? Probably nearly done to be finished. Yeah, almost. Refueling has completed, so that's all fine. Let's go ahead and
Refueling truck is on its way.
APUs powering the aircraft.
Please don't
turn
load
off the
aircraft
external
until the
power.
fuel truck arrives and asks to do it.
Seatbelt signs can come on. Okay, so are we all ready for a brief then, guys? Sat comfortably. Let's talk about the weather first of all. Alright, so it has been raining quite a bit whilst I've been sat here on the ground, so as we can tell it's it's raining. Winds 250 to 10, so a little bit of a crosswind takeoff. Not a heavy one, but we'll probably feel that a little bit. I mentioned that in particularly because we've got new rudder pedals to play around with today as well, so hopefully that will assist us or make things worse till we get used to them. I guess we'll find out together, won't we? Visibility is fine. We've got a little bit of light rain. In fact, we just update this. Is there an updated one? Ah, there you go. Winds 2306. Oh, it has dropped off a little bit then, but it is variable. Visibility is still good. Light rain. No significant clouds, really. 16 degrees, QNH is 1016. Runway condition is wet because of this, of course, and all the taxiways are wet. We're not doing a single engine taxi during the taxi out. Weather en route during the climb, anti-ice probably required, and we've got some downwind cubuluses on the departure as well, so just be a little bit aware of that. Might keep the cabin crew strapped in for a little longer than normal until we're all happy. Aircraft is fully serviceable and with the exception of weather radar, of course, but other than that, it should be fine. Good performance. No times that affects us on departure. Threats to be aware of. Well, new rudder pedals, a little bit of new hardware. Let's hope that works. Obviously, that's not something you'd normally bring into a real-world brief. But here in the simulator, that is indeed a threat. I don't think there's too much traffic here at Basel to worry about. There's no air traffic control, so that's again just something we need to be on Unicom and be clear with what we're doing so that people know what we're doing as as well. And then on the departure, we've just got the terrain straight out ahead of us as well as we start to head towards the Alps. So as you can see there, MSA as we depart 4,300 up to 9 miles, and then it climbs 6,400. Alright, let's talk about the taxi. So we are at parking stand 17. We're going to push back facing north. From there, we'll taxi out on Alpha. If we take Alpha and then Echo, and then we're going to be on Bravo. And
Fuel truck is in position.
Hold at hotel, as we're going to be departing from the hotel intersection. As I said, remember, no single engine taxi today due to the weather. On takeoff then, should be straightforward. It's a straight out departure. So we're straight out on the Alban 7 Yankee. Noise abatement 2. Initial climb is going to be 7,000 feet. Just realised I've not set that. 7,000 blue. Yeah, so initial climb is 7,000 feet, and the first turn on the departure is going to be a slight turn to the right. Transition altitude is also 7,000. Emergency brief, standard Airbus emergency brief and engine out procedure just here is non-standard right hand turn at 7 miles, probably the mic, which I've got tuned in the RadNav, so we'll see that down here as well. Go and help enter the Arctic holding point. Takeoff weight is 65.9 tons, close to 66, so on takeoff we are just a little bit above the max landing weight, but by the time we've got it there, I would imagine it won't be an issue. We'll have enough, we'll have burnt enough to come in and get back in without issue. Just a word of warning, I believe that Cat 2 and 3 are currently in op, coming into land, so if the weather does change significantly, then we may need to think about diverting somewhere else where we can get in. Obviously the best option around here is probably somewhere like Zurich, good long runways and full ILS capability. Okay, hopefully everyone's happy. Barry, thank you so much for a nice early super chat. €5.99 saying, ignore this, just getting ahead of dark with the with the points while he's still sleeping. Barry, okay, sorry, I'll ignore that. I can't ignore that. Barry, that's really kind of you. Thank you so much. Have we got our final load sheet? Has that just come through? Ah, there it is. Yeah, it has, probably because we're late. Right, let's see. LMCs. So takeoff weight 65.8. And we have got takeoff weight CFGs 29.2. Fantastic. So, no LMCs that have changed anything. We are good, we are happy, and even more important, I think we are now all done, dusted, and boarded. Get rid of the ground power unit. Have I disconnected that? Yes. Very important to make sure you disconnect it from the overhead before the guys on the ground disconnect it. Otherwise, that can be quite dangerous. So get rid of that. Doors can go. I just need to reset the aircraft position. There we go. And then we'll call the pushback tugs.
All the passengers are on board and we're ready to go. I'll bring you a cup of tea after we've taken off.
That's great, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look to be causing much of a problem, so we should have a nice smooth ride for you throughout the duration of the flight. And as the cabin crew continue making their last preparations, if you could please assist them by getting themselves settled down,
we are ready for pushback.
and make themselves nice and comfortable. The ground crew have now finished loading the aircraft, and we're just about finished with all our pre-flight checks, so it won't be long until we are pushing back. If you could please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety briefing, we'd very much appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and the first officer, we'd like to say thank you for choosing Easyjet
Departure
today.
check completed. Bypass being exerted.
A safe flight.
Right, everyone's on board. We'll start running some checklists. One Hockey. Oh, thank you, mate. Thank you so much for your $2 super chat saying, "Love the stream, so professional and calm." It's a Friday, isn't it? So we we haven't got any energy left to be anything else. Thank you so much, though. Really do appreciate that. Okay, let's close the lock the door. So that's done. We'll tell the guys where we're going in a moment. Just need to make sure, are we on Unicom? Let's come on to Unicom, and then we can make the call in a moment. Before I do that, though, let's just go ahead and do our final checks. So, cockpit preparation checklist. Aircraft acceptance is completed. Fuel quantity is 8460 kilograms, and we're balanced. Yeah. Seatbelt signs are on. Idea's got 3.5 green, barrel F 1016, the QNH, and that's about 800 feet. Okay, let's tell the guys it's time to start getting ready to push.
Cabin crew, what about ready for flags? If you get out of the door and have a cross check, thank you.
Are we on the guard frequency? We're not. 121.5. Let's just pop that in. We'll be leaving France, so hopefully there won't be any animal noises on this frequency. Basel traffic, top speed 69, Quebec Fox, stand 17, pushing back, facing north. Say that, I haven't checked. Just checking we haven't got any... No, that's fine. I was just checking we hadn't got any ATC, and we've not. Right, let's continue with the pushback. So we're going to have beacon lights turned on, and transponder, acupressure's in the green, and let's go.
Locking gear.
Richard Harrison, welcome to channel membership. Richard, thank you so much for your support. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Welcome to the Captain's Club. If you're on Discord, make sure you get yourself in the VIP room as well. Thank you so much, Richard. Really, really kind of you to support the channel. And DC is celebrating 1 year of membership. DC, thank you so much. And releasing parking brakes.
Commencing push. All engines clear, start at will.
Engine mode, select to ignition, and starting engine 1. At least it looks like the rain stopped, doesn't it? The visibility was quite rubbish as well when I first loaded in here. There's confirmation of that wind.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace.
Parking brake set.
Waiting your confirmation
There are
for
2
good engine
emergency
start.
exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released
Okay,
as
happy.
shown.
Starting engine
It
2.
must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put
That's a
it over
cheery
your
thought.
head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
Christopher, it is indeed very murky. Anti-ice isn't required just for the takeoff because it's actually quite warm. It's about 17. Oh, it's dropped to 16 now. 16 degrees. But during the climb out, yeah, I think we're gonna need some. Right, let's get rid of GSX. I'm happy with that.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, we've got a good engine start. Engine mode selector back to normal. That can come off. That can come off. And then we'll arm our spoilers, rudders 0, flaps 1, set the trim.
Basel traffic. Basel traffic. Orange 1978, pushing back, stand Delta.
Stand, where was that? Stand, I thought it said stand Delta. I may have misheard.
Tow track disconnected, bypass pin removed.
Don't think he's in our way.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Yeah, sorry, I meant gate 34.
Ah, fair enough. He's gate 34. He's not going to be in our way. That's fine. I'll just pull up the departure chart here. Which one are we on? Open 7 Yankee. That's the one. We'll just start that chart, then I can access that quickly. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is let's just check out the rudder pedals and the things. We'll do a flight control check here whilst we're stationary. So, we'll go full left, full right, neutral, full up, full down, neutral, and then onto the pedals. So, rudder, we've got full left, full right, and neutral. Okay, wonderful. So no longer need to use this now we have rudder pedals. Oh guys, do you know what we didn't do? We didn't run the before start checklist. What's going on? So the parking brake is now set. Our takeoff data. Let's double check this. Double check the takeoff data. 148.192.217 is clean speed. Windows are closed. EFB and phone is well, not too concerned about that in a sim, but it will be in flight mode. Doors are where's my door page? A bit late now, but yeah, doors are closed and armed, and the big line, of course, is on. Right, we're going to go ahead and do the taxi, but first of all, after start checklist, anti-ice is off, ecom status is checked, pitch trim is 29.2, and the rudder is 0. Basel traffic top Swiss 69 Quebec Fox is taxiing now via Alpha Echo Bravo, holding point hotel for runway 15. Our tax clearance, so we'll get the lights turned on, and then the new flow, which I'm still working my way around. So we've got brakes, the squawk, engine mode selector is normal, get wind shears, all of that turned on, get the train on as well, and TO config. There we are. Just turn the train down a little bit. Okay. Right, let's go. Peter, have they implemented company routes now in the fly-by-wire? That's quite exciting. So we're going to take our second left, I think it was. Third left. I can hear the first officer. He's not happy about something. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to take the second left because there's a stupid tow truck in the way. Martin, is the mouse pointer not on? Oh, my apologies. Give us a couple of seconds and I'll sort that for you. Let's just get on this nice straight section. So quick peds check, QNH 1016, no change to performance. It's going to be a flex takeoff. No, it isn't, because I've done what I did last time. Not quite sure why we're not doing this. And again, no one picked up on it. Flex 66, flaps 1. That's why we do the peds check. I'll do a quick brake check as well, see if our new brakes are working. And, oh yeah, there we go. I think we put a bit too much brake on there. Right, so flex is 66, QNH 1016. Engine out procedure is non-standard, 7 miles from the Bravo Lima Mike, left turn into the hold Altic. Departure is Auburn 7 Yankee, straight out, first turn will be to the right after a few miles. And our initial climb is 7,000. Christian, yeah, we are flying alone today, so to speak. Right, just see if I can enable the mouse so you guys can see what I'm clicking on. There we go. That's better. Sorry that wasn't on from the start. Right, taxi checklist. So our flight controls have been checked. Flap sitting is config 1. FMAs, climb, nav blue, 152, 7000 blue. And radar and predicted wind shear is on. ECA memo, takeoff, no blue. And we'll just stow the EFB.
Basel traffic, Orange 1978, taxiing. 15 holding point hotel, and we maintain separation for the Easyjet.
Now, somewhere, I think somewhere on this runway, just for the fun of it, is a tree. And someone needs to cut the grass, which... Which departure's that? My eyes are nowhere near good enough to see. Is this hotel? I honestly don't know if that is hotel or not. I think it will be, you know. Honestly, I cannot see the signs, and some numpty hasn't cut the grass. Right, in that case, let's go full length. I think that is hotel. I don't think there's another one, but there you go. I think it was Rex AccuSeasons that was giving me an extra tree on the ground. Christopher, can I turn the pink arrow on? I could do, I suppose, if I was cheating. The real aircraft doesn't have it, so I'm not having it. It's okay, it doesn't matter. Takeoff performance is still valid. We've now just got more runway to play with. There you go. Kristen agrees with me. That's cheating. We're not in an A350.
Cabin crew, seat for takeoff.
Although actually, looking at it, no, it's fine. This is hotel, isn't it? Yeah, this is. I'm confident this is hotel. So yeah, we'll take this exit just here then. Perfect. Yeah, and there's the windsock. Look. So we've got a point of reference. Sun obscured by cloud. Got to remember now to stop. I've got toe brakes. Which are great, but easy to forget. Alright, so let's have a look. Our lineup clearance looks fine. So let's get ourselves ready for departure then, shall we? Let's just come over here. Alright, so that looks clear. Let's make the call. Basel traffic, tops with 6-9, Quebec Fox, lining up runway 15 for departure, Auburn 7 Yankee. We can ignore that master caution, it's not going to affect us. So, the takeoff path looks clear, let's get our lights on. And TCAS. Brake fans not required, anti-ice and packs. Master caution, let's cancel that. So, lineup checklist, cabin is secure, takeoff, runway is 15. TCAS is TARA, packs 1 and 2 are off. Okay guys, let's go to Greece, where the weather is not much better than it is here, to be honest with you. Let's see how we get on with the rudder pedals. Take off. Start the chrono. 50% N1 set. Set takeoff thrust. And flex SRS runway. Checked. Tree V1. Rotate. Nav.
Positive rate of climb, 0.
Thought the pedals worked quite well there. Okay, so let's set thrust climb. Climb. Autopilot 1's engaged. Pack 1 can come on. Oh, what a horrible day in Basel.
Orange 1978 Basel traffic, taking on runway 15 to Auburn 7 Yankee departure. Basel traffic.
Cue the tree jokes. Here comes the rain. There's our speed. And flap 0. Spoilers disarmed. We'll just keep the crew sat down a little bit longer. Get our way through here. How many tree jokes can we get into one stream, guys? Oh, here comes the rain. Can you see that? Loads of it. This is why we love winter in Europe. Flying in Flight Simulator is far, far better. Right, we've got no ATC around us, so let's go ahead. We'll give ourselves a higher rate of climb. Let's set flight level 190. Climb. That's flight level. Set standard pressure. Open climb 190 blue. And it's overcast up to about close to 9,000 feet, I think, so expect these clouds to last a while. That temperature's now going to start to drop as well, so let's go ahead and get anti-ice on. Turn the lights off. They're doing naff all in this weather anyway. Oh Mike, that might be the best one yet. Didn't have to land in Greece to see the beach. Beach spelled B-E-E-C-H. Well played, sir.
Basel traffic, orange 1978.
Standard pressure on the standby.
5,000 feet. Final call.
Ladies and
Basel
gentlemen,
traffic.
please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Clear out the RadNav page. Secondary flight plan. Copy active. We're going to go flight level 35 then to begin with. Cost index of 0. Flight level 35. 350 blue. All we need to do now is break through this cloud layer, but I love the fact that the rain is absolutely hitting the aircraft, giving it a good wash. I hope the effects of the rain, the sound effects, are coming through in the stream because they sound really great in my headphones. Christian Starmer, thank you so much for your €5 super chat saying happy Friday and weekend, guys. Oh, thanks, Christian. Well, there'll be no stream tomorrow because, well, it's I turn another year older tomorrow by the calendar, so having a day with family and hopefully the kids will behave. That'd be the best birthday present I could wish for, just children behaving. However, I don't actually see that happening. Right, I'm happy to release the camera crew now. It doesn't look like we've got any turbulence, so let's go ahead and get that sorted for them. In fact, we can release everybody together, can't we? So let's take the seatbelt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free to move around the cabin. We do recommend, however, when in your seat, that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
We'll get DGAD into the fixers page in a moment. Oh, guys, thank you for the love in the chat. I'll probably be on the Discord at some point, to be honest, just for a bit of sanity tomorrow. But thank you, James, Juliet Lemon, Christopher DC. And Kokazu on Twitch says that is what my mum always wished for on her birthday. Just a peaceful day. Well, absolutely. Why not? And thank you, Derek, Ronald, Grumpy, happy as well. Dan, Merry Christmas to you as well. Oh, here we go. We're about to break through the clouds. Awesome. And oh, digital. Oh, wow. Mate, that is incredibly generous. Thank you so much for your $20 Canadian super chat saying happy birthday, old man. Well, you know what? Maybe we should. I was going to do something like a quiz during the flight today, and for right answers, I was going to give away points, add the points to your easy points. Maybe I can give 1,000 points to anybody who can correctly guess my age. Thank you, Digital. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much. And Christian has gifted 5 Easyjet Simpilot channel memberships. Oh, Christian, thank you very much for continuing to support the stream, Christian. So welcome to Captain Farrell Damon 20GD, David, and Jimbo as well. Thank you, Christian, and thank you, Digital. Very, very kind of both of you there. Barry's gone 43, Danny's gone 320. I see what you did there. Clemo 39. Christian, something around 40 is his first guess. I'm not taking second and third guesses. Marty's 39, Bastion's 38. Danny's old enough to know better, yeah. Well, I thought we were breaking out of the clouds. Looks like that's not happening. So even though we've got horrible weather, it's nice and level turbulence-wise, so that's fine. Danny, can I give you I can. One person's already got it right. Oh, look at Peter with your easy points. 100,710. That is a lot of champagne you can buy with that. Jayhawk, no, you can't guess my age. Although if you didn't got it wrong, I'd be mildly amused. Right, so, not that we can see it, but Zurich is down there somewhere. It's almost a perfect tailwind for us today as well, isn't it, looking at the current wind conditions. It's fantastic.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
It's starting to get a bit brighter. Ah, here we go. Here we go. I think we're starting to come out. Christian, are we talking biological age or mental age? Managing the triplets, you'd think I'm at least 80. Oh, I do. I feel it some days, Christian. Absolutely. I mean, what have we had in the last 2 weeks? We've had 2 kids in A&E in the last 2 weeks. James, the rudder pedals. The thing with the rudder pedals, James, is as amazing as they are. I mean, these are really top quality pedals from Thrustmaster, and the weight of them. I think they weigh something like 7 or 8 kilograms. They're really heavy. You can nail them down to your floor if you wish, but you don't need to. They are so heavy. But you, particularly flying the Airbus, you hardly use them. Rudder pedals are just footrests, apart from sort of on the takeoff roll, and then 30 feet from touching down. Which is going to be very interesting when we do this today. I'm hoping for a nice headwind. Jayhawk says he deserves 1,000 points to keep my age quiet. Kakazu on Twitch says he's feeling 35, acting 16, but is really 23. Yeah, what you feel and what you act and what you actually are probably 3 separate things. DC, is GSX also good with the fly-by-wire? Oh, absolutely it is. Yes, indeed. Oh, just hit a little bump just there. Did you guys see that? Tell you what, I can't remember the last time we flew and had cloud cover for quite as long as we've had on this departure. Digital says we'll find them flying helpful when flying J. Well, that's it. On a Sunday when we do our Icon Extremes flight, they'll probably come in a bit more useful. Then again, we don't exactly do things by the book on a Sunday, do we? Danny, you first need to get some space with all this hardware. You've barely got any space for pedals. That has been my problem. I finally cleared some stuff out under my desk, and that is why. Because I've, you know, absolute shame on me. I've had these pedals just sat in the box for about 2 months now, and finally I cleared some space out, managed to get rid of some stuff, and I'm now taking full advantage. Roddle, do you think I'm 53? That's the age I feel, Roddle. Peter, why have you suddenly only got 710 points? What have you done? Did I miss something? I might tell you my age when I land. You've got another 2 hours to work it out. Our digital flight deck's having a cup of tea. I didn't think Peter did redeem a failure. Or has he? I need to go and check. Ironically, the Nightbot seems to have got the most hours in watching the stream. Oh, Danny, didn't you know what you could do with the points? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that you didn't know. I need to work out how I can find out who's done what. Oh, here we go. Found it. So what have we had today? Richard's had a nice cool beer. Gary has ordered a cup of tea. Digital's had a cup of tea. A lot of tea drinkers. Richard's got it right. He's having a beer. I'm having a look for Peter's redemptions to see if there's a to see if he has triggered a failure. I thought you needed a ridiculous amount of an absolutely ridiculous amount of points in order to do that. Christian, you've redeemed an engine failure for 0 points. Nice try. That looked official. Peter, you have. You actually have as well, haven't you? I needed to add another 0 to the end of that. Oh, Pete, what are you doing to me? Right, Pete. Can I... Oh, I'm going to have to go and get my QRH now. Right, hang on then. So the failures can take place in the cruise. So right, okay, 3,000 feet. Something's gonna go wrong. What I am going to do though, because we've got a nice long flight set up today, and obviously I don't want us to lose an engine or something stupid. Let's see. Let's go to our AOC menu. Is it the AOC menu? Oh no, it's not. Is it config? Right. Failures. Oh, I'm not letting you pick one. No chance. Random failures. Okay, there's the button. We will trigger that in a moment. Oh, we're still in high level cloud. Have I got the QRH on this PC? Let me have a quick look. God, I hope so. I used to like you, Peter. I do. Oh, that's fine. I've got the QRH here. And the FCTM, the Ofcom. Fine. Christian says a stuck landing gear would be funny. I definitely need to increase the amount of points it costs to trigger a failure. Right, we'll get ourselves nicely set up at cruise, and then something can go bang. Barry says, don't change the rules during the game, you're saving up for 100k. Danny, a DC essential bus fault, also a funny one. Hope we can continue the flight to Greece. And a failure right over the Alps as well. So now, of course, let's go ahead and just go to our fixes page. We were going to do this anyway, so this is nothing different. But let's just put DGAT in. Uh, 225 90. So those lines should run to infinity, shouldn't they? But for some reason they don't seem to. Dan, no, I have to trigger it. I have not given I have not given Peter control of my PC. Can you imagine if you could remotely trigger them? HD would have an absolute field day every chance he got. So no, absolutely not. Right, we've got Macart Star. We're all wavering left and right just a little bit, aren't we? Temperatures dropped, let's get those off. The funny thing is, we have no idea what this failure could be. So, there we go, alt flight level 350. Let's just get back to our performance cost index of 8, TCAS 2 below. Right, everything is all nice and calm.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, just to let you know, we've reached our cruising altitude for today, and we are not anticipating any major delays or bad weather ahead, so we should be arriving on time as planned. The cabin crew will now start to make their way around the aircraft, so please make sure that the aisles are clear of any items you may have, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. A reminder that our Easyjet Sit Pilot members are able to take advantage of free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and we shall have an update for you shortly.
Clouds are still with us, and oh, is that a contrail? Is that another aircraft I just saw? Might have been. All right, Peter. here goes. Let's see what Chaos Peter has chosen for us. Config random failures. And these are set to all as well. So, God help us. And now we wait. PSV, as Christian says, that is the worst failure. Ooh. Okay. We've got a fault, but we've not got a master caution. Right then. ECAM has come up. We have a flap fault. So, flight control, flap system 1 fault. Now, this is where we go through and we do our DODA. So the first thing I'm going to do is, as I said, I've got the our QRH here, so we'll have a little look. Let me go through, have a look at what this does, how it's going to affect us, and then we're going to talk through it.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Cabin crew's doing its job, just sorting things out. Everyone up here knows absolutely nothing. Bit like me. Otto, oh, thank you so much for your very, very, very kind donation and saying happy birthday, Otto. That's really kind of you. Thank you so much, and of course, channel member as well, Otto. So very, very kind of you. Right, so we've got a flight control flap system 1 fault. So far, all my documentation isn't throwing up any information. Danny, you've got your manuals as well. Come on, Danny, let's troubleshoot this together, shall we? See if we can sort this out. I mean, as things go, first of all, so from a diagnosing point of view, we can see obviously a flap system 1 fault. I'm not going to try and pull the flaps out here just to check it works. Flight control page. So, I mean, that's all good. If we go to our systems page, let's have a look. So, for the approach procedure, ground proximity warning system, flap mode off. Engine 1 approach idle only, and the flaps will be slow to deploy. So we just need to think about perhaps configuring a little earlier. Oh, Danny, there you go. So it literally only says crew awareness. Slats may deploy a little slow. So we have, well, the glare on that is nice and strong. We've got nothing on the overhead. I mean, the master caution doesn't even flash up for this one because it's a kind of minor, if you like, a little minor fault. So as Danny's just said as well, crew awareness slats may deploy a little slow. This says flap slow, but fair enough. So diagnosing the problem, we know what the problem is, what are our options. So do we need to continue or divert? Do we need to immediately land? Well, we certainly don't need to divert, I don't think. The only issue that you're going to have, of course, is, as we've said, the flaps may deploy a little slower. So we're just going to configure a little bit earlier, but there's no reason why we can't continue. It's not like the flaps aren't working at all. If the flaps weren't working at all, then what's the runway length in where we're going? Our destination. Let's just have a quick look. I mean, it's nearly 3,500 meters, so it's quite lengthy anyway. I mean, if you've got a serious problem, Athens is your go-to place. Massive airport, lots of maintenance, 2 huge runways. But I think the option, I think we can continue to go. So I'm just working through DODA here. For those of you unfamiliar with DODA, basically it's just an acronym. D is diagnose, O is the options, DO. D is decide what we're going to do. A is assign tasks. Well, that's a little harder today because there's only me here. And then finally just review things overall. So we have diagnosed the problem. The problem is the flat one system's fault. Not a huge problem. We just need to be aware that flaps are going to deploy slowly. The options, we've said we can continue. It's not going to cause us any issue, and we can get out of the airport as well. So there's nothing, because of course there may be some issues where, yeah, of course we can get in, we can land, that's no problem, but can we take back off again? Bear in mind that our destination today isn't a massive hub or anything like that. Assign tasks, it's not really that kind of fault, it's just awareness that we need to configure perhaps a little bit earlier, so we're not late at getting the flaps and slats out, etc. And then so finally to review, I think that's going to be well, that's going to be pretty much it, isn't it? So that's it. We there you go, Peter. You've done your worst. Maybe the next one, because I know there will be another one. I know you'll give us another one at some point. So there's our first failure using the point system. And Peter, thank you so much as well for a continued super chat saying, well, time to start getting enough points for another failure. Oh, there you go, Peter. Thank you so much. Barry, do I sound relieved? I am relieved. It means we can continue. So we want. Is it that one that will turn off? Yeah, we'll just turn that off. That's done. And that's it. Okay. Happy with everything? We can now clear the failure. What's the company message then? We'll get some en route weathers as well, just in case someone decides to grab a load more points and kill me another way, or attempt to. Where are we? We're going to be coming down right. So Ljubljana is just out off to the left of us. LJ. Send that off. Got Croatia, as I said, to the east of us. I'll send that off. We'll have a look at Athens as well. Gets one with us. With all that fun and games, we best do a fuel check as well in a moment. Oh, Barry, thank you for another very kind super chat saying, oh, you need to go. Time to go and get drunk. Happy flying. Just wait till we have 100k. Barry, I know. The moment it happens, you'll be right on it. Barry, thank you so much. Enjoy your Friday, Barry, and enjoy your weekend if I don't speak to you again before. So, thank you. Let's have a look at these company messages. In fact, how far to our next waypoint? 40 miles. PVAL will do a check then. So, let's have a look at the messages that we have. Tops, we were 6 minutes late. That's nothing. Peter, you're already halfway towards another failure. That's ridiculous. So weather in Ljubljana, no wind. That's incredible. How often do you see that? Dubrovnik 160 at 5. That's good actually. That's the easier approach straight in if we needed it. In fact, that's the ILS approach, isn't it? And in Athens, wind's fine, a little bit of light rain. Barry, I would have to look into how that's sorted out. I think it bases it on an exchange rate with the dollar, being American and all. This is another one of those flights that if you were doing in real life and you'd have a good idea how you were routing down, you'd want to sit on the left of the aircraft, wouldn't you? Matthew Priestley, hi Matthew, how you doing? Fun challenge for you. Total side stick failure with an autopilot failure as well. Land the plane with a trim, thrust and rudder. Should we do it at Sioux City as well, Matthew? Absolute bloody miracle they managed to survive, that anyone managed to survive that. What a feat of flying. Aspiring Aviator, thank you for the follow. Air-Dog, hello to you. Jonas, hello, and CCAU official, good evening. Oh, I think I'm going to have to redeem some biscuits or something from the cabin crew because I'm starving. Well, Barry, I think what I can do is I can actually add point. Was it Nick? I don't know if digital knows how to do this, but as mods you can add points to people because I was going to do like a little bit of a quiz today because we're sat pretty now for the next couple of hours. Sit chill. Friday afternoon, you guys can drink. I will do my best not to. I need to do a fuel check coming up at PVAL. Let's just check this out actually. So what fuel did we end up taking? What the heck is that? Autopilot R5 control. Okay, who can trigger remote failures? See, hand flying at this altitude is not allowed. Okay, I think we're good. Autopilot 1 back engaged. Should we just put that down to a little bit of clear air turbulence? Can we get up to 5037 yet? Yes. Come on then. I didn't update the cruise level actually, so we can get out cruise, but we're okay. Right, thrust climb, open climb 370 blue. Right, back to that fuel check. LA Kids 143. Good afternoon to you, LA. And oh wow, LA, that is a very, very generous donation. Thank you so much for your $25 donation, saying, Gav, enjoy your birthday. Although I prefer to celebrate the days where you don't add 1 to the age. Yeah, LA, me as well. But you can't get away from it, can you? LA, that is really kind. Thank you so much. And of course, channel supporter as well. So thank you for your generous continued support. Digital random failures are still on, yeah, so we could get more. that'd make Peter and Barry's day, that wouldn't it? So I want to do this. Need to do this fuel check. What did we take? We took 8.5 tons, which is what we got. Clock fuel 7.8. So that's 6, 7, 8, about 0.8 tons of fuel extra, and at P-Val, let's find out what we should have had. Right, we should have had about 5.9 tons of fuel. We've got 6.1. Absolutely fine. Right, fuel check's good. We've checked our en route weathers. We've got a split straight in front of us as well. Ljubljana is over to the left. It's down there somewhere. It's quite hazy down below, isn't it? Macalt Star. Yeah, so what I was saying as well, Nick Digital Christian, I can't remember how it was that we added points to people's accounts, but moderators and myself, of course, can do that. So I thought we might throw some quiz questions out there and award points for maybe a jeez. Is that wind injecting again? Every time I talk about adding points to people's accounts and doing a quiz, something goes absolutely nuts with the wind. Just watching the speed tape. Yeah, 37's fine. But I don't particularly want to be flying at this speed at this altitude. Do you know what? Let's go back. Just idle up to Z350 blue. Let's get some speed back up. Thrust idle and open descent is fine. Danny, thank you so much for your $478 donation, Danny. You're testing to see how much points this gives you. Should equal around €5 in all. And digital starting on the whiskey already. Right, that's better. Happy with the speed. Yeah, so we are now in the jet stream, as Christian said. Even hitting the jet stream, though, shouldn't give us the kind of effects it is. I think it's just a sim bug, isn't it? We'll have to work around that. I'm now nervous to go and get a drink. Danny, I think that sounds about right. Yeah. Seems to have worked there, doesn't it? At least the jet stream's working in my favour today. Now, can we try and get back up to flight level 37? What do you reckon? Pop it in open climb. See how we do. Let's climb open climb 370 blue. I'm loving that glare. Almost makes me want to squint. So the landing will be night time. We've got scenery for this airport as well, which has recently released, I think, in the last few weeks, if memory serves. There we go. We can just keep an eye on exactly where we are. Can we see the coast of Italy if we're out this side? No, possibly not. Well, maybe, just on the horizon. FlySim Jordan on Twitch says he's just about to purchase the Fenix. Is it heavy on performance? What I would recommend, Jordan, is making sure, if you are sort of like at the bottom end of the PC scale with Microsoft Flight Simulator and you can't easily achieve a nice steady 30 FPS, then you may struggle a little bit. If you can get above 30 FPS and, you know, with things still to turn down and spare, then you're going to be fine with the Phoenix. But you can optimize it as well. Things like turning off the cabin, for example, drops a few frames. Make sure you only use 4K liveries as opposed to the default 8K liveries, and that will help as well. So plenty of things you can do. CCEU official, no problem. Thank you so much for the best wishes for tomorrow. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Make sure you come back check the landing later. See how we land with the new rudder pedals. FlySim Jordan, you've got the i7 RTX 27 32 gig of RAM. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. No problems there. Side stick, null zone calibration error. Clear that. It's fine. It looks really serious, that, doesn't it? Left side stick is in on. Sorts itself out. It always does. Oh, Digital, you got to run. Thank you for the support today, Digital, and best wishes. Really appreciate that. Good to see you as well on the stream, Digital. Have a good Friday and have a great weekend. Alt star. Right, ZR is in front of us, as is Split. Don't know if we can see those down there. What's that? Is that an air? Oh, well, I wonder if that was an aircraft contrail, but that must be, mustn't it? Doesn't seem to be moving at all, though. Interesting. Do I dare get a drink and a biscuit? We should be on the ground in about an hour. 4.1 tons, that's fine. Flat plan. Yeah, that is pretty much an hour. Well, it is bang on an hour from now. Although, just realised the time in the simulator is about 4 minutes behind real time, so about an hour and 5, hour and 10. Oh, look at the sun setting gives awesome colours to the landscape beneath, doesn't it? What was the failure we got? Flap system 1 fault. It's okay. HD is asking, what's Peter done to me? I don't think he's able to see the stream in a minute, so I was just letting him know. Anyone know what time the sun sets in Thessaloniki? Honestly, I really struggle to say that. Jonas! Oh, Jonas, wow. Thank you so much for your generous $20 donation there from Jonas, saying, happy early birthday, Gav. Always enjoy watching your streams whilst flying yourself. Are you flying, Jonas, as well? Let us know where to and from. Really, really kind, Jonas. Thank you so much for that. Cheers, Davis. Hello. And Soccer Tech. Hello to you as well. Contrail should not be an op. No. James Chang says it sets at 6:50 PM on Friday. That's plus 3 hours GMT. So I'm guessing it is going to be dark when we get there. Socrates, since last update there's been no contrails with the Phoenix. Oh, I see what you mean, Socrates. I thought you were talking about AI traffic, but no, you're right. For some reason there isn't. Jonas, you're flying from Brussels to Manchester. Oh, have you got scenery for both of those? Obviously Brussels is amazing. Micro Simulations Manchester is very good as well. And I would imagine, I bet you've got, if you are on VATSIM, I bet you've got some VATSIM ATC as well, don't you? Seems to be quite busy at this time of night. Right, well, the aircraft now appears to be behaving itself, so I'm going to take the risk and just go and grab some, a small bite to eat, because the last thing I want is for you guys to hear my stomach rumbling. So I shall be back with you in 5-10 minutes while I go and grab a cup of tea and something from the galley. Thanks so much for enjoying the flight. And if you are enjoying the stream, then please don't forget to hit that like button as well. That continues to make a huge difference to the channel and helping new members and subscribers find us as we slowly edge our way towards 30,000 subscribers. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys. Hey guys, so back with you. And a nice cup of tea as well to go with it. Start looking at this arrival in a few minutes. So, do you know what? This wing view has been on for a while now, since just before I left to go and grab a drink. At what point did anybody notice? At what point all the street lights down below came on? And I'm curious because when obviously, if you remember, when you think back to the days of FSX and earlier incarnations of Microsoft Flight Simulator, it hit a certain point in the simulator and every single light in the world came on. Office lights, building lights, street lights, airport lights, taxi lights, runway lights, every light just bang came on quickly. One thing I've noticed in FSX is, in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, if you want to title it that way, one of the things that I have noticed is that when you're on the ground, you see lights in buildings sporadically turning on at random intervals. It's not like the whole world lights up at dusk. So I was just curious if the street lights and the lights down below all came on together, or whether it was they were independent of each other, which would be really, really neat and cool if that indeed was the case. Danny, it is becoming dark very, very fast. Yes, absolutely indeed. Right, shall we go ahead and have a look at the arrival information, and then that's done, and we can just sit and chill for the rest of the flight. Let's just turn the brightness down. It is getting dark now, isn't it? So these screens perhaps don't need to be quite as bright. Turn that down. We'll go into HD mode. So let's see. Let's have a quick check of the arrival charts then. So, in fact, before I go any further, can we just check what the weather's doing? It's our destination. So wind is 300 at 10. Right, that'll suggest a different runway for landing then. Light drizzle, broken 3000. So I'm going to suggest we're going to be coming in with a different arrival then. Let's have a look. Runway 34. Ooh, an RMP arrival, runway 34. Sounds good. And this runway has been in use as well recently, today. Coming in via Yamapo. Right, so is there a change in arrival for this? Might not be actually, it might just literally be to the airport, over and in. Oh, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Let's unpin that chart. Yampo, okay, let's have a quick look. Start setting the box up for that arrival. So just check through the charts. Arma, Zulu or Yankee. The differences seem to be the go-arounds potentially when the VOR's unserviceable for whatever reason. This is a nice steep descent as well, isn't it? Definitely going to need to be ready and configured early. So let's see, Yampo, go the RNAV 34 Zulu. Insert that. Let's check that out. There we go. Right, so here's the new approach. Final descent point is Tanks here 626, just here, which is about 8.5 miles out. So given that we've got a little flap problem, I want to start configuring early. So at Yampo, let's get ourselves nice and steady. So let's go ahead and we'll just pre-select speed 180 there. And that should be fine. What other information can we ascertain from this? So Mike Kilo Romeo, we'll get that in. Radnav page. Any other waypoints or NDBs? Doesn't look like it. What runway is this? Runway 34. What's the weather doing? Visibility's fine, light drizzle broken 3000. Okay, so nothing with regards to runway visibility range that's going to affect that. Runway visibility is 3,400 meters, so that's okay. Legally, we're going to be allowed to do that approach. Transition altitude is 6,000 feet. Platform is 3.5. MSA, that's where coming in, is going to be 5,500 feet due to the terrain to the west. And decision altitude is 904. No ILS, of course. Look at the glide path angle though, 3.8 degrees, so that's quite steep. Airfield elevation is 22. Missed approach is 3,000. Let's just have a look where we're going once we've landed. Alpha 4 would be the obvious choice looking at that. So Alpha 4 then to the main terminal. That's a very short taxi, isn't it? So hopefully we'll go Alpha 4 and then on to Charlie and to whatever parking sign we require. Okay, so that looks good. Let's just go ahead and update my tablet over here, and then we've got the right charts pinned. Danny, do I have payware for the destination? Yes, yes we do. So, not that we'll see it, it's dark, but we do have it. What chart do I need? It is 10 to kilo. going to flick through these arrival charts. I'm not convinced, you know. Let's have a look. We're coming in via... coming in via which waypoint? Let me double check. So we'll be coming in via Alico. Ah, right, this is what we want. Why didn't you show me this when I was asking? Right, so it's the 2 hotel arrival we need, by the looks of things. And we've also got the VOR, Tango Sierra Lima. Let's get that in there. Oh, I just put that in wrong. Tango Sierra Lima. Let's try again. There we go. So this is the one we want. We actually want the Alico 2 hotel arrival. So let's bring us in, down, and come in via Remby. Is that on here? No. So is it on here? Oh, Remby might be a little bit further out then. Let's have a look. Yeah, but that's definitely what we want, isn't it? Just checking if the others. No, don't want that one. What's this one? It's based on the Mike Kilo Romeo VOR. Based on the Tango Sierra Lima VOR. Oh, in that case then. That one actually makes more sense. So it's now going to be 1 Papa. So many options. That's for runway 10, which was fine originally, but obviously not doing that. That's for runway 28, not doing that. Okay, let's go ahead and update this flight plan page then. So this is why we do the approach stuff now. So I want Alico 1 Papa. That's the one. Via, let's see what we've got. Still by Yampo, I think. Well, let's have a look on here. I don't think that. Oh, is app Zoc an option? That's better. Right, let me just go through and have a look. No, that doesn't look right. These transitions are confusing, Danny. You're quite right. Because we've got in there, we've got in the box AppSoc, then CFEB. So CFEB, that is right. But this particular transition, this 14-mile DME arc, just so this waypoint here doesn't seem to make too much sense. Even on the Yankee approach. Oh, hang on. Oh no. No, that still doesn't make any sense. Christian says Remby's the initial approach phase. Is it? No, I'm with Danny. The last point of every star you check doesn't show on the first waypoint for whichever approach into runway 34. It's It does seem a bit backwards, doesn't it? Let's just try a different star. I'll try the one hotel. See if that tidies anything up a bit. Oh, the two hotels, sorry. Let's check that out. No, even that doesn't seem to work properly. Christian, that's it. I was just experimenting with Zulu or Yankee, see if I can make something fit, but neither of those seem to want to work either, to be honest with you. It's a little bit annoying. Let's change the veer. I'm going to go back to the Zulu arrival. 3, 4, RNAV, Zulu. Yes, that's the Zulu arrival. And let's pop in Yampo, which is all the way out there, isn't it? Where's Nafnu? Is that the other side? Yeah, it's the other side, so it's not going to be that one. The closest one we've got is this Abzog. Just doesn't seem to work. Is the 2 hotel for VOR? Right, we're not using that. What if we go no via? And let me change the star. Right, so let's go back to the 1 Papa. 3, 4. Oh, no, 3, 4. That's correct. The 1 Papa arrival and no via. What does that give us? That brings us in at CFEB. That will do. That seems to work. And I want 180 knots there. I want to be even slower due to the flaps issue we've got. CFAB 626, there we go. Right. Okay. Happier now. Alright, that all works. That's checked out. Radnav's fine. Approach page is fine. Let's just fill out. The barrow is 904. It's done. Thrust reduction values, they're good. Fuel prediction, 4 tons when we get there. Secondary flight plan, copy the active. Done. Yeah, Andreas, that's what we've done in the end, isn't it? We've done it without the veer, which was weird, and it's almost a little bit frustrating when you get the initial approach fix showing there, but it doesn't actually link up with the star. In fact, it works better without because of this DME arc that we've got going on. But hey ho, it's in. Daniel, let's not touch the route anymore. Quite right. Quite right indeed. Flights in World and One Chico, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Bloody hell, it's gone dark. It wasn't like this when we started planning the route, was it? What's that page on? Right, let me get the right charts up here on the flypad. So, I want 10 to hotel and 12 1. So 10 to hotel and the Arnab Zulu, and get some ground charts up as well for when we've landed. Just look at the takeoff information that we've got here. Actually, let's start this one. So runway 34, we've got runway lights, we've got Pappy is just under 3.8, 8. How wide is the runway? 60 meters. Oh, right, okay. So, God, that's a wide runway. Alright then. I think might be ready for the brief. Let's go ahead and get the latest weather. Do that and then we can relax. Alright, so wind is now 300 at 11. Slight crosswind will be coming in from the left. Chance to check out those rudder pedals. Visibility is fine, road clouds 3,000 feet, 16 degrees. QNH currently 1016, same as in Basel. Haven't noticed we've had any rain for a while, so runway conjunction should be fine. Other than that, shouldn't be any other issues with the weather coming in. Aircraft is fully serviceable still, with the exception of a slight flaps issue. So the flaps 1 system is in op, which means that we just need to configure a little earlier than we perhaps will normally do, because it's going to take some extra time for the flaps to deploy. So we'll pay particular attention as to how we're going to configure, and more importantly when we're going to configure. No times for the arrival, threats to be aware of. Let's just have a look back at the information here. So nothing too severe with regards to terrain as we're coming in. MSA is 4,500 feet, then just 5,500 feet as we're coming in. We've got a little bit of terrain over to the east of the airfield, as you can see. Obviously it's going to be dark, so try and maintain good situational awareness at all times. Yeah, no real threats with regards to the geography or anything daft like that. The biggest threat, of course, is the little flaps issue we've got, just making sure we can slow down in good time. We don't have any air traffic control on, as far as I'm aware. That might change, of course. So we'll start on Unicom, just make good calls so everyone knows where we are and what we're doing. So we are going to be expecting runway 34 on our approach. We're coming in on Alico 1 Papa arrival, which comprises of this 14-mile DME arc. And then what I am going to do is I'm just going to jump to the flypad here for this bit, because I'm going to mark on where exactly we are we're going to do our configuring. Let's get my starter charts up here. So I want to fly a nice stabilized approach, given the issues that we've got. So as we're coming in, I'm coming in straight to CFIB. Basically, this is the main point. By CFIB, I would like to be flaps 2 by this point. Flaps 2 by this point, and as we leave this point, I'm going to get gear out, perhaps a little bit earlier, help us slow down, and flaps 3, and that gives us time to get down to Tango Sierra at 626, 3,500 feet, which is our platform altitude. So yeah, absolutely flaps 2 by this point. We give ourselves plenty of time and start slowing down and configuring as we're on the DME arc to that, so we'll not leave it the normal sort of like 5 miles that we normally do. Minimum speeds, there's none on here on the arrival that's going to affect us. That's for the hold, so that's no issues either. We'll use auto brake low for this approach, and once we have landed, we'll look to vacate at Alpha 4, then we'll take Charlie straight to the terminal. Very short taxi once we come in, so it will not be a single engine taxi. We'll not have time for anything like that. Go around is straight forward, straight out, and then a left turn coming into Ficklow and climbing up to 3,000 feet, where we'll enter the hold and then have another go. Just checking the fuel for another go. We're planning to have around 4,000 kilograms, 4 tons as we come in. Right, I think we're done. Let's just get the information in here.
just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Right, so the box is filled out. We've got F143, 186266. VLS is 131, so VAP 136. Top of descent, about 30 miles away. One of the things that I did forget to bring into the brief with the threats was new rudder pedals, so definitely a threat. See how we get on with that. A couple of other things as well, just going back. The glide path angle, remember, is 3.8, so another reason we really need to be configured. You know what, I might configure a little sooner, because we're going to be going down. We need to have a full stabilized approach. It's 3.8 degrees. So, yeah, 5 miles to go. Right, do you know what? I'm going to be fully stabilized by CFib. Change of plan slightly. Fully stabilized by CFib. That's flaps 3, gear down. And it's quite a long landing runway as well, isn't it? So, 2424. Yeah, so do you know what? We'll go for a flaps 3 landing as well. Although, given the approach path angle, no we won't. As much drag as we can going down there. Right, back into the chat. Jonas says, should be interesting. Whole new learning curve with the pedals versus the twisted stick. Jonas, quite right too. We could end up just cutting straight across the taxiway and off the runway straight into the parking stand. Do it a la Dark Fury style. Same Mark, we had a flap system 1 fault en route today, so we turned that off so it doesn't scream at us that the flaps aren't coming out, etc. Danny says, for information, the real aircraft parked at gate 10 Alpha for ultra realism. Okay, well let's check that out. Let's start going down as well in a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft.
Thrust idle descent, 120 blue.
That would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjet Climate members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelts are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Danny says, would be really cool to see how fast the slats deploy, as that was stated on the eco about the slats go. It would, wouldn't it? Can we, if we turn on the wing lights, I think we could see them. Might just be able to. We might have a quick look at that. Be a bit better to turn out the cabin lights, wouldn't it? Have to see if we can do that. David says he's noticed that Greek airports are pixelated on Google Maps when you zoom in. Wonder if this is a security issue. I wouldn't think so. I think it might just be, I don't know, Greece being Greece. I'm sure there is a reason for it. Just thinking of other things as well as we're coming in here. Just be aware it's also a 60-meter wide runway, so we may look like we're lower than we actually are because of how big it is. Right, we seem to be struggling to keep up with that descent rate, aren't we? So let's just wind that up a bit. Maybe not that much. Definitely not that much. Oh. Autopilot off, I have control. Why are we climbing? Silly aircraft. Okay. Autopilot 1 re-engaged. How far has that just knocked us out of our profile? Yeah, nearly 3,000 feet. That's the third time that's happened on this this flight today. I'll keep that speed up because I need to catch up with that profile. We should do though, looking at the navigation display. Let's clear that caution. Don't mind getting down at a decent rate because we're going to have to configure early, and in order to do that, of course, we don't want to be high. Christian, that was the aircraft mocking me for selecting speed close to VMO. Yeah, I know. It thought I'll show you. Jonas, that would be awful, yeah, if you were sort of like halfway across the Atlantic or something and you just left your PC alone for a bit. So the final altitude we are going to get down to, of course, is 3,500 feet. That's pretty much what we're going to be selecting. Funnily enough, what's CFib got showing? Has it got it as a constraint or just above? Let me just see. Above 4,000. Fair enough. Do you know what? I'm just going to make that a hard constraint. I want it to be at 4,000 from that point. Oh, can I get away without using spoilers, do we think? What are we doing? Oh yeah. We're already 1,000 feet above the profile now. No person has. Wow, you can literally see nothing. That's yeah, that's pretty much it. See some stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, take full advantage of your tax-free allowances today and make some amazing savings with our boutique range. In your in-flight brochure, you'll find details of our award-winning selection of gifts, most with massive discounts, some of which are exclusive to you as an Easyjet customer. Make the most of your opportunity to shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us. We join you in the cabin shortly.
Now, who said they could see nothing? We can now see land. How are we doing profile-wise? 700 feet. We're getting there. We're getting there. We should be okay. Start to see it's now coming in, look on the moving map. I don't even think there's any hint of the sun left, is there? No, it's all completely gone. Nothing. Just nothingness. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and set our final altitude. Oh, I'd like to. Why is my FCU not responding? There we go. Oh, this aircraft really doesn't like me today. Come on. Come on, go. It'll be my FO, will have been chewing the dials again. There we are. Right, 3,500 feet is set, and we've got 4,000 magenta, QNH 1016. Dave Curley, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, we're starting to find our profile now, look. No person, we've had a failure today, actually. Not a major one, but one that just makes us think a little bit. Danny says, you like to think that the flight's computer fault has activated more behind the dials that is causing the plane to act up. Well, it's acted up certainly a few times, hasn't it, today? Let's go ahead and get the seatbelt signs turned on. And then start to concentrate on our approach.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilet will now go out of use until the fasten seatbelt sign is turned off. Please contact a member of the cabin crew if you require assistance. Thank you.
Thessaloniki traffic, top Swiss 69 Quebec Foxtrot on the Lico 1 Papa arrival, 14-mile DME arc for RNAV approach into runway 34. Currently 14 miles west. So I'm going to throw some speed brakes out now just to help us slow down.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated. For safety reasons, we ask now that you please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we have landed. Please note that the aircraft toilets are now out of use. If you wish to become a Easyjet SIM pilot channel member, please contact a member of your cabin crew who will be happy to assist you. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed your flight.
Okay, coming up on 10,000 feet, let's run the approach checklist. So our bar RF is QNH 1016. Seatbelt signs are on minimums. 904, auto brake low. EFB. Let's get that stowed. Right, start configuring good and good and early. Remember I said I wanted to be configured. I've got about 15 miles or so to do that. So speed brakes are still out, but we're now slowing down to green dot. Hope we have a good, nice, safe landing today. I don't want to spend my birthday in casualty. As soon as we can, we'll start getting the flaps out. See how slow they deploy on the upper E-cam. There we go. So flaps 1, speeds checked. Flaps 1. Panos, it's tomorrow. It's yeah, it's tomorrow. So there'll be no stream tomorrow for obvious reasons, as I celebrate getting another year older with the family. These dials don't want to react as fast as I would like them to. Should have said as well, of course, we're using final approach mode for the landing. Thank you, Wally. Thank you, Panos, and new person, Grandis. Captain, first landing with the road pedals, are we nervous? Nah. That's not me to say I'm confident in what's going to happen. It's just, nah. Flaps 2, speeds checked. Flaps 2. Yeah, just remember what we said. I wanted to be configured by this point, so we're now going to start getting ourselves even slower. Throw the gear out, get flaps 3 and a nice stabilised approach. Let's start slowing down. So let's pop this into managed speed, gear down, final check of the progress page. GPS accuracy is high. Flaps 3. Speed's fine. Flaps 3. Oh, Mark, thank you for your £5 donation saying, have a nice birthday, mate. Thanks for keeping us entertained. Mark, you're more than welcome. Thank you for being here to entertain. There we go. Airport's in sight. Okay, we're now fully stabilised, nice and early. Remember, it's also quite an quite steep angle, isn't it? 3.8 degrees is the glide path angle as we come in. Captain Native W says HD made a great landing today. Fantastic. I'm just so pleased that the hard drive's working for him, or the SSD is working for him. Thessaloniki traffic, top Swiss 69 Quebec Fox is now turning finals. Runway 34 on approach, 14 miles. So we have got ourselves slowed down and stabilised nice and early. I'm not going to really apologise for that, just because we had the flaps issue. So better to be nice, down, safe, steady, and happy, rather than chasing it all the way. Hey, Faraz. Just gone through side over descent. Just want to get ourselves down. Just get beneath that glide path angle. Speed alt start. There we go. Now we're in alt start. Let's arm the approach. Final is armed. Approach nav. 10-mile final. Now, what's interesting is this wind is quite variable, so I can't even remember what the wind was, but don't expect the wind to stay like that when we come in. I think it should spin round to something like 300, so it's going to spin all the way around, almost from one direction to the other. There we go, final approach mode is active, set and missed approach, which is 3,000 feet. Hey Faraz, set the QNH to standard and fly by line. Same as doing the Phoenix, you just pull this bug just here. Told the wife I'd be done for 6:30 local time. Wasn't a bad guess.
2,500.
Ray Altimeter's alive. Okay, flaps full. Landing checklist. Our cabin is secured. Ground altitude 3,000 set. Our ECAM memo. Oh, landing no blue. Spoilers are armed. There we go. The weather's a little bit better than it could have been. There was forecast that we could have rain showers. Look at that wind spinning around now. Really see that wind coming in. And Danny, yeah, great city lighting in the background, isn't it? That really, really nice and neat. Thousand feet. Okay, let's see if we can do this, shall we? New rudder pedals, wide runway, steep angle. Might need to begin that flare just a tad sooner than normal as well. Vacating to the right, remember.
above.
Autopilot disconnected, I have control.
Minimum.
Continue.
$500.
Stable. It's windy, guys. I don't know if you can feel it, but I certainly can. I need a cam stick. There's lots of inputs going on this side stick. Come on, get back on that centre line. Nose down. We're flying pretty much level at the moment according to the flight display. Tease that back on. Very easy to overcorrect with this. This is actually feeling a little bit challenging.
Sync rate.
Sync rate's fine.
100. 50. 40. 20. Retard.
Needed a bit more rudder in there than anticipated, which is why we came off that centre line. Other than that, pretty happy with that. Let's disconnect the auto brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf
Thessaloniki
of the captain and
traffic,
crew,
runway
it has been
34
our pleasure
vacated.
looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter or Easyjet app.
Let's get our APU on. Traffic coming in behind us, quite nice to see. Left turn here onto Alpha 4. There we go. Yeah, that's where I wanted to vacate, but it's concentrating a bit too much on the rudder inputs. Definitely going to take some getting used to, not just using a side stick, but we'll get there. So straight on for Charlie. Welcome to Greece, guys. Now, Danny, what gate did you say? Was it gate 10? 10 alpha is an option, so we'll go with 10. See, knew I wouldn't spend my birthday tomorrow sat in A&E. Don't know how much you could tell from just the stream, but that felt really windy coming in. Right, there's 10 alpha, and there's gate 10. Also need to remember as well that we no longer need to brake really harshly because Well, we've got rudder pedals. Means when I brake, I should no longer throw the rest of the passengers forward. Right, parking brakes are set. Shut those down. 1 and 2. If you bleed off, come on rather. Seatbelt signs. N1%. That's dropped. And come on. Let's put on the full floodlights, shall we? GSX can commence deboarding now. Go away.
The boarding requested.
And we can set the squawk to standby 2000. Oh, sadly not a hint of air traffic control during the flight today, but never mind. Ground crew was having a bit of a panic attack there, yeah. Right, we'll let the ground crew do as they need. Right, guys, that's me done for the weekend. As I say, I'm not going to be around tomorrow, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed a nice long stream with us this Friday afternoon. That APU sounds loud. Oh no, it's not. It's British Airways coming in next to me. This is where you can tell differences in scenery, of course, because yeah, he's not on the parking line, but we've got custom scenery for this airport, which I must admit looks really rather nice, doesn't it? We'll have to visit here in the daytime as well. There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for your incredibly kind generosity during today's flight. I will certainly go and enjoy my day tomorrow. Obviously, as I've just said, no live stream or anything tomorrow, as I'm going to be spending the birthday with the family. But thank you so much for everybody, to everybody who has contributed to the channel's upkeep and been incredibly generous today on the live stream. I look forward, as always, to chatting with you on the Discord server, and of course to the Easyjet Sim Pilot channel members, a huge thank you as you continue to support us. I look forward to having a great weekend. Thank you, Danny, and yeah, I'll be on Discord again, I am sure. Have a great weekend, everybody, and I will try and be back for an iconic flight on Sunday evening. Hope you've had a great Friday. If it's morning, noon and night, wherever you are. If not, have a great weekend. I'll see you on the next one. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.